This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
War Eagle, and welcome to Ever to Podcast, our somewhat regular get-together with you in audio format to catch you up on the latest Auburn news, discussion, scuttlebutt across all of the different spaces, social media and otherwise, to keep you updated on the Auburn experience, which is all about Auburn sports, Auburn culture, Auburn family stuff to us. The best way to say it, though, is if it's orange and blue, it's what we do. So thank you so much for joining us and what we're going to be doing on episode 42 of Ever to Podcast. Today's date is July 24th, 2025. I'm your host, as always, Kyle Loomis. Today, we're going to try to catch you up on these particular topics and hopefully some more. The rivals for Auburn, particularly in football. We had a great discussion. We want to get into you a little bit here and bring you into the fold on that discussion. We're going to talk about Auburn hosting some entertainment coming up in the very near future. Some big news there. Auburn volleyball schedule for the non-conference is now out, completing their schedule, and we might even hit on a few other things throughout the show. Let's jump into all those things right now. Let me start us off with something as not only a plug for other things that we do here, but I want to bring you into the fold of a discussion that we had on Auburn Family Night. For those of you that don't know, we do Auburn Family Night every Wednesday night, barring unforeseen circumstances, for you, the Auburn family, to get together with us, with our people in the E2C Network family, but your Auburn family as well. Come on into the chat there on YouTube. You can watch, you can join the chat, you can call in. It's all there. So last night, surprisingly, we got into this great discussion, and not even really a debate, but just kind of a brainstorming workshop thing of how would you rank and put into maybe tiers Auburn rivals. Now, this mainly was in the football space, but I acknowledged throughout our discussion that some of this could be influenced by the prevalence of that particular rivalry across all sports. So I want to kind of, in a shorter form, bring you into the awareness of what we discussed here. So when I say Auburn's rivals, people immediately think of at least two particularly, Alabama and Georgia, right off the bat. Duh, we're already there. And that's kind of how our discussion started. We're taking them out of the equation and a few others because we were trying to decide who are Auburn's greatest rivals outside of the primary ones, being Alabama and Georgia. And then you could go even further and say, well, you probably would throw LSU in there, even though we're not playing them every year in football. But you also would throw historically Florida and Tennessee in there, and I think there's still some validity there too. So that's almost the core group. How would it happen outside? So what it became was we acknowledged, okay, we've created a tier one of Auburn football's primary rivals, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, LSU. Whether that's because of modern, historically, those are the primary rivals that Auburn sees in their minds, the collective Auburn fandom. And that may be different for you, but I think most people are going to agree with that primary list right now. So then we moved into discussing the others, and what we realized, or at least what I realized, is that you could probably put them into three other groups, meaning four ones: the primaries, the secondaries, the tertiaries, and I think the word is quadraries or quadranaries, the last of the last. Let's talk about the last one, group number 4, the quadraries, because that's the easiest one. There's the least history there. There's the least connective tissue. Oklahoma and Texas are firmly in there. I also put Missouri in there, not just because they're, brand new, but they also have more connection with those guys in that anyway. So I think Missouri fits more there. We haven't had as much time to build anything with them as we have with some others. So who would be in that secondary group? To me, it's got Texas A&M in it. because even though they were former Big 12 and they haven't been around a while, there's been some great games and emotions and things between that matchup. So Texas A&M goes in there. Ole Miss especially goes in there. I would say Arkansas too in this secondary group. And then I think just barely Mississippi State could probably go into that secondary group, mainly because of playing them for so long and being so connected in the West, or excuse me, the West region of the SEC when we were doing those divisional plays things. And then finally, that third group, that would be everybody who's left over that's you have some connective tissue with, but not as much as the others, and that's going to be Kentucky, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. I think I've got them all there listed at this point in the name. So real quick, to round out, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Florida, Tennessee. Secondary would be Mississippi, Ole Miss, that's the same one, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Texas A&M, then Kentucky, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and then Oklahoma, Texas, and Missouri. I think I got them all in there. I hope I did. If I forgot you, that means you're just not that important, I guess. All right, let's move on to a different topic today. You can let us know what you think about that list. Auburn is about to not just become the place for college sports entertainment, but for entertainment in general. Big announcement this morning. Auburn announces a multi-year live music partnership with Peachtree Entertainment that will bring live music not only to Jordan-Hare Stadium, but to Neville Arena. So outdoor and indoor, two great facilities right next to each other with great parking options there as well. You are going to finally get those utilized in some capacity. I remember talking about this. Why hasn't this happened more? We've seen Jordan-Hare Stadium used for Topgolf. We've seen mega churches use Neville Arena. Why can't this happen more often? And certainly it's because during the school year, you have to balance that with what's going on campus. But maybe during some of those off times, they can be utilized in that way. And especially during the summer as well, I would bet that's what's going to happen going forward. So if you're really excited about this, it's important for you to support this endeavor when those do arrive. Peachtree Entertainment, I don't know a lot about them. Also, it looks like Elevate is part of the partnership as well, and it's just going to be live music. Now, I'm not a huge concert person, but to be honest, if there's a mega concert of some big name going on in Jordan-Hare Stadium, I'm probably going to end up going to at least something there, especially if it's a country music star for my personal preferences. But I hope some of y'all are excited about this. We don't know a whole lot about it outside of that. It just means music. I wonder if they're going to move this into other forms of entertainment down the line. It wouldn't shock me to see a comedy tour or something like that coming maybe to Neville Arena or other types of entertainment that are out there. I'm intrigued to see what this is going to happen. I've been someone for a long time, and our content and a lot of others as well have been proposing to you that Auburn is much more than just a college sports town. It is becoming a bustling, thriving area for people to come to and spend quality time for entertainment, leisure, vacation, and things like that. And you don't think of it as that traditional space, but there are a lot of things to do in Auburn, and this is one of those things that's going to add to that. And I'm super excited just for the city and for the university and all of that. I think it's a great thing to continue to promote the Auburn brand and show off why we love Auburn so much. Let's talk about Auburn volleyball. They just released their non-conference schedule. Now, I know a bunch of you aren't super big volleyball fans, so don't tune out, but you need to be because we've got a great coach and a great program here that's been doing some big things during their time here on the Plains. Now, what I want to start you off with here is acknowledging that this is just the non-conference release, but the SEC conference schedule was already released, so this gives you the full schedule now if you go look at auburntigers.com under the volleyball section. They're going to be playing, obviously, an orange and blue scrimmage first to start off the year on August 17th. Georgia Tech, August 23rd at Georgia Tech, August 29th at Louisville for a bunch of meets, which I think is going to be with Morehead State and St. John's as well. You've got Troy that's going to be coming to Auburn on September 3rd. Some of these are going to be really interesting for you if you are in town for football. Come to some of these meets that are going to be falling in line with that. So I think September 3rd would be that one for the first game weekend, if I'm not mistaken. You have got at a neutral site at South Alabama, that is the 20th. At home, Jackson State. Actually, that's the one for the first game, Wheelan. Jackson State, September 5th. September 9th, Virginia. Florida State, you're going to have a dual thing. At Auburn, September 12th. And then you're going to have September 14th, 2 days later, we'll be at Florida State. And then we'll wrap up on the road with UAB, wrap up with Sanford on the road as well. So not as many as I expected non-conference opportunities for you to see this team, but those first 2 weeks of the football season, you're already going to be in town. Come out and support these girls. They are a great program, and volleyball is just a fun, entertaining sport that you can get acquainted with early on in the football season if you're going to be there already. And watch them on TV as well, because like I said, this is a great program. We need to support it. That is your non-conference. Go check out the full schedule for Auburn volleyball. And finally, I just want to acknowledge, folks, tomorrow, I'm recording this on a Thursday. Tomorrow's the big day for a lot of you. I know you thought it was going to be July 1st. It was still a big day. Some of you got disappointed because there was not Nike released on that day for you, the fans. July 25th is here. Maybe you're listening to this the day of, or it's about to be here on this day. You can go online and purchase your Nike gear officially in-store, online. I think it goes live at 8 a.m. in-store. Maybe that's for online as well. Get in line, get your wallets ready to purchase everything that your little hearts have been desired. So that's a big day. They're having an opening ceremony for the team's shop downtown. But please do go support, if you're going to be in town, the local people like J&M, Alumni Hall, all the other stuff like that that's out there. There's tons of places to support them. And I would ask you to do this. For those of us that are content creators that are putting out affiliate links, please utilize them. All you got to do is go to the website through our link, and that helps us in some way. If you make a purchase through going through that link, when it takes you there, that gives a kickback to the content creators. Clint's going to be doing that for the Auburn Uniform Database. This is a big day for him. You need to support him. We'll do it at least once, so please, if you can consider that, that'd be a big thing too. So, Auburn and Nike, July 25th is here. Get excited, folks. It was a long wait, and it finally has arrived. That's going to do it for episode 42. I almost said 24 and reversed it. 42 of the Ever to Podcast. Slow down, Kyle. My goodness. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Hit us up with an email, e2cnetwork@gmail.com, or you can DM us anywhere on social media. We'd love to see you Sunday night on the Auburn Experience live podcast recording, episode 135 on YouTube. Until then, until we talk to you again, War Eagle.